Hi, my name is Eric, your Magic Chef technician. Today I wanted to go over on how to use your newly purchased appliance. But before we can get started on that, there's some connections we have to make. So let's go over on what the unit's going to come with and what you'll need to make those connections. Let's get started. Okay, so with the unit you'll be receiving water hoses, also as well as a faucet adapter. If it's not already connected, then you'll also get the drain hook. These are the only parts that you'll be needing. As far as tools go, the only tool you'll really be needing is this. If you're going to use the faucet as a water source for your washer, then you only need to use one water hose. Connect one end to the faucet adapter and the other end to the cold water connection on your washer. Let's go ahead and install this water hose now. On one end of the hose, go ahead and take it, and on one end of the faucet adapter, thread it into the hose. You might need to use 2 wrenches, but otherwise, once you get to stop, afterwards use 2 wrenches. Make sure it's a nice connection. Alright, you got one end connected. Now let's connect the other piece of the adapter to the sink. Here on your faucet, you might have to take out the piece that's right in here. If need be, use a wrench. Once you get that little cap there, basically the filter, you can go ahead and install this piece. Then afterwards, now that we have one end connected, go ahead and take your water hose, and with the end that you put the adapter on, pull down, slide up, pull that white piece in, and then that's how you know it's locked in place. Let's go ahead and put the other side of the water hose onto the cold water valve. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make the connection onto the cold water valve. Okay, it's very easy to tell apart which is which. There is a label on here, but just in case you need a little more help. And if you look, you have a blue one and you have a red one. Red one's hot, blue one's cold. Okay, let's get started. Be careful how you thread it in. If you start off crooked, you could potentially mess up the threading. You need to make sure it's nice and straight. Another way you can tell you're putting it in right is if it's not hard at all to keep turning and threading. If you barely turn it and there's resistance, stop and redo the whole thing. Just get your wrench and just a little. There you go. All done. It's nice and tight. Now that we went ahead and installed the water hose onto the cold water valve assembly and then properly secured it onto the faucet adapter, we can go ahead and turn on the water. And as you can tell, looks like we properly made the connections. So we can go ahead and move on into installing the drain hook onto the drain hose. Now we can go ahead and install the drain hook. The whole purpose of the drain hook is just really to help with the drain hose stay in its position. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So let's go ahead and source the drain hose. Alrighty. On one end, we go ahead and feed it through all the way until we bring it out into the other side. And there you go. And you would normally place this right by your sink, like So that way when water is being pumped out, your hose isn't jumping everywhere. It's going to use this hook to help sustain itself. Okay. And since we've already made sure that the water hose connection is fine, the drain hose and hook is now hooked onto the sink to drain out. It looks like it was properly installed. All that's left to do is to connect the unit to power. Hopefully this video was clear and helpful on how to make the connections for this unit. If you have any more questions, please refer to your owner's manual. It has a lot of helpful information. But if not, you can also call our customer service number at 888-775-0202. Any one of our representatives will be more than happy to help you out. Our office is open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you so much.